I'm Manuel Hernandez and welcome to Norwich City Central.
Hello everybody, Lewis, Norwich City Central. Congratulations to Teemu Pukki and Finland. Finland have qualified for their first ever major football tournament ever in their history, and now Teemu Pukki's got that done and dusted. He doesn't have to worry about it. Let's hope his form improves for Norwich City. And thank God the international break is over. We had international breaks in September, October, November. I just don't like them, and now the next one isn't until March, so we can focus on club football. And Norwich City are back, and God, do we need to improve. Love to hear your thoughts down below on this upcoming game against Everton. Our season really needs to start now because the last 2 months has been full of disappointment. And if we continue playing like we have for the last 2 months, we're going to get relegated easily. But this is a great chance for Norwich City to show what they're all about. And before I touch on the preview, Emi Buendia and Marco Stiefman have left Twitter, presumably because of the abuse they've had. I mean, Emi Buendia's girlfriend has been liking tweets and whatnot. And just on that subject of abuse, I feel like it's okay to critique players. You know, this is their job, and you've got to be able to critique players. That's what fans do. But when when you're going onto people's social medias and actually abusing them, when you're booing them in the stadium, that does not help. And I think that's when you cross the line and it goes too far. You know, Emi Buendia still statistically is one of Norwich City's best players in terms of assists. Emi Buendia and Marco Stiefman, both hit 10 goals in the Championship and both instrumental in getting Norwich promoted. Without those two, we may not even be in the Premier League. So I think, look, we need to show togetherness. We need to back the boys. In previous years, maybe the Norwich City players didn't deserve as much support because they didn't care about the club. But these all players, they deserve it. That they've put in so much hard work, and we got to show a bit of togetherness. So if you're at the game, sing loud, sing proudly, and try and get these players, give them that extra 10% they need on the pitch. Because we're going to need it in the Premier League if we're going to survive. But looking at the game, Everton, let's start with them firstly. They're doing okay in the Premier League. Everton fans would have probably expected a few more points. I think they're sitting. This is the table there, so they're sitting in the bottom half of the table. But of course, look how tight it is. If they win, they can go into the top half of the table. Everton fans have been relatively pleased with Marco Silva. They do like to play this attacking brand of football, and they've conceded quite a few goals. So Norwich could potentially get their first away goal since August against Liverpool, and that shows how problematic Norwich it is for Norwich at the moment. Everton's key players for Charlison. He had an excellent season last season, and I like him. He's a quick winger, very direct, and our fullbacks are going to have to keep on guard and probably not go as forward as they would have liked. Bernard as well is a really good player. I like him a lot. So they've got some very technically gifted players, Everton, and it's going to be a difficult game. They come off the back of a 2-1 win against Southampton, and will be looking to, get another win and really try and kickstart their season. But looking at Norwich, our form's not been great, has it? Away from home, we've been shocking. I think we've had just the one away point all season and one away goal all season, which was a consolation, a goal which didn't really matter against Liverpool. So Norwich are struggling at both ends of the pitch, aren't we? When that's happening, you're in for a difficult season. We're conceding far too many goals, but we're obviously not creating enough chances and scoring them. But I think if you went into this Premier League season, if you would have said we'd conceded 2 goals at Burnley, 2 goals at Palace, I don't think anyone would have been particularly surprised. I wouldn't have been, but I just would have expected us to, score at these places, and we're not doing that. We're not creating enough chances, and that's got to change. Defensively, though, I mean, injuries are still playing a part. I think when Zinnemann comes back, it will help. I don't think we're going to be amazing defensively, but I definitely think Zinnemann coming back will help, and it also mean Amadou can play in his natural position in midfield, and Amadou looks like a real good player if we can get him in that midfield position. I don't think Zinnemann's going to be back for this Everton game. Recording this on the Thursday, Daniel Farke's press conference is on the Friday. And I think Zinnemann's more likely to come back against Arsenal or Southampton in a couple of weeks' time. So it could potentially mean we could be playing Amadou at the back. Definitely can't play Tetty there. Tetty's okay in the central defensive midfield spot, but defence is in centre-back is far too slow and was pretty terrible in both games he's played there. But there's a real chance for Norwich City can really kickstart our season. I think when Zinnemann comes back, we're going to be a lot better. But look, if we can eradicate a few defensive errors, we're going to be better. I feel like the thing is, this Norwich City team is really capable, isn't it? We've got some fantastic attacking players, and we are capable of playing really well. I think defensively, Amadou, Godfrey, Lewis and Aarons at the back could do well in this game. I think Tetty, central defensive midfield, can do a job. I'd like to see Amadou there for the foreseeable future. I think Leitner deserves to be back into the team. He's a real class player. And then those 3 attacking players. I know Hernandez has looked very good when he's come on. He's provided us a bit more attacking intent and a bit more of a spark. Eddie Buendia through the middle for me. This player is still creating a lot of chances and a lot of assists in terms of Norwich City players. This is still a really talented player, and if we can get the best out of Eddie Buendia, we're gonna be in a much better position. And I want to see Patrick Roberts play as well. He hasn't been given a chance. I don't know why, whether it's an attitude problem or whatever. We can't really speculate too much. What I do know about Patrick Roberts, though, is he's a very good player, and I think he deserves an opportunity. And then Teemu Pukki up front. That would be the team I would play, but of course, haven't seen the press conference. Score prediction, I'm going to say, I'm going to go optimistic and say a 1-1 draw. But I think once Zinnerman comes back and Amadou can play in central defensive midfield, I think that's when our season can really start, and that's when we can really see what Norwich City are made of. Leave me your thoughts down below. If you're going to the game, enjoy yourself, have a good time. If you're going to a football game, win, lose or draw, just have a good time. Spend some quality time with friends and family and sing the boys on, and who knows, we might even be able to get a result. Thanks for watching. Leave me your thoughts down below. Subscribe to Norwich City Central, and I'll see you later.